Neshoba, Lauderdale, Jones, Scott, and Smith, Winston, Leak, you better act right. Don't drive slow and be wild at night, 'cause you need to know that if you do, that Scotty Ray is watching you. He's everywhere, he's everywhere. That man is faster than a scalded cat. If you do something dumb, then you better run with haste. Scotty Ray's at a wreck before it ever takes place.
And good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray along with Greg as we return. What day, Wednesday?
Today's Wednesday. Week's flying by.
That old hump day. You might see a camel somewhere today if you're walking.
Well, you better watch it now. There's all kind of exotic animals.
Okay. And if it does, we're going to be there live to handle the situation.
Exactly
we'll be on it there to track the camel.
If it's a double hump, we'll be even quicker.
It happens out there. This morning we'll tell you all about the interview. We have the second person that has, it's a Mississippi pastor took out a monkey. He was all on this now.
Well, we got 2 down, 1 to go.
1 to go. Last seen in Enterprise, if anybody can identify the critter. We got direct messages from the sheriff. It's brown with a long tail.
Might want to cut them automatic doors off at the Dollar General and hate.
Yes, sir. Have they put up any wanted posters yet in Enterprise where they're going around posting them? This is what it looks like.
But I can tell you now, that joker get out there on that Chickasaw River, you may not ever find it.
No. It will be, and I think you were the first that told me this, Greg. There's going to be monkey stories.
For the rest of our life, there'll be monkey sightings.
Yeah, it will be. Done seen a monkey.
Oh, yeah. And I mean, if they don't catch that rascal, there'll be stories. It's breeding with the squirrels, and there'll be flying squirrel monkeys.
This is straight out of Jumanji is what this really is.
Lord, if it ever gets with them catfish, can you imagine Long's fish camp? That monkey gets to breeding them catfish in the Chickasaw. It'd be rough. But anyhow, they're going to get the monkey. If you see the monkey, please do not approach. Do the right thing.
You think there's any chance he could make it to Lauderdale from Enterprise?
Yes.
You do?
He's made it all the way from Jasper County.
Now, the parts of the body camera has been released at this point, finally. Jasper County gave it up. And that monkey that went across the street, that went, which would be due west.
Right.
No, due east that way, which I'm assuming is the one that's in Enterprise now. Moving, it was kind of like Naked Man. It's just, when he hit high gear, when he hit that pavement, he was,
gone.
That quick. Now, maybe these others have been a little cold and not moving so quick, but that one, he's in a hurry. And if I'm not mistaken, he's the one that was tased. Somebody shot him with a taser.
He's in a hurry and he's mad.
I think he's right.
And that's why he's been traveling so far. Tasers apparently don't feel good.
Lightning stuff.
So I'm assuming, Kirby, you're the only one in the room that's ever been hit with a taser.
Oh, yeah. Well,
because you had to do it right.
I had to be tased, yes.
Probably multiple.
It don't sound right, does
Probably
it?
broke a good taser.
For those of you who don't know,
training.
It was Kirby used to be a Meridian police officer.
I'm retired. Well, yeah, I'm kind of.
You were a captain or lieutenant?
No, I was nothing. I was just a.
I thought you moved up the ranks there at the end.
The most I got was, I was basically the equal of a corporal.
Well, there you go.
I was just what they call me, a patrolman first class.
Patrolman first
or senior
class.
Patrol officer was the last I heard.
Okay, well, yeah. I really thought you'd reach lieutenant there at the end.
No, sir, I didn't. I never.
So you didn't get to scream at anybody
because I was working as a military man too, and the reserve, not reserve,
the weekend
guard, weekend warrior. And
you've done so much you can't even remember.
Well, you get tired. I mean, promotion doesn't necessarily mean happiness.
No, it does not.
So I liked where I was riding in a patrol car, and that was good enough for me.
For those who don't know this young man sitting next to you, this is your Lauderdale County prosecutor. How in the world are you doing?
I'm doing great. Appreciate y'all having us.
Man, we're glad to have you back in here. Tommy Horn is here. Your daddy's like famous. He's been in, how many years has your daddy been in office?
Right at 20 years.
And ain't a finer group of folks in the world. I mean, his dad and I have been friends forever, and I'm telling you, everybody's got that short list.
Yeah.
His daddy makes my short list.
Well, there you go.
He's a good fellow.
And there's so few people. And y'all think about this. I think everybody in this room will remember this when you were in high school and you had a ton of friends. Think of how many people you've stayed close with since you got out of high school.
Yep.
That list goes like this. And you get different jobs and you just move different ways.
Yep.
But every now and then you stay in touch with somebody. It becomes your lifelong friend.
And that friend that you can pick up the phone, and you may not have talked to them in 3 months or 6 months or whatever, and the minute they answer the phone, you're right back. You know what I'm saying?
Pick right up where you were.
Right up on the same conversation or whatever. But good folks, glad to have Tommy this morning,
and y'all be careful.
We'll be glad to have that other one too. But
there he is right there. Be careful who you take to prom. Sometimes they follow you home and you can't shake them for 50 years.
That's right.
We're just warning you. Oh, and let me see if I can find. We got to say a big one here. This is Greg's. I had my anniversary. When was it? This week.
It was day before yesterday, Scotty Ray. It was 35 years.
I forgot about that.
Okay.
All right, let me see if I can get this picture pulled up here.
Yeah.
Your wife. Now I don't remember my wife, and I guess I'm just as guilty. I didn't get her anything for the anniversary because I figured she had. Well, wait a minute. She got a new car. Does that count?
Yeah.
Okay. She's done a trade-in, so she got something new.
Yeah.
But Greg's wife went above. This is Lisa, Mrs. Gregg. That's what we're going to call her this morning.
31 years.
Oh, look here what she gave him this morning.
I mean to tell you.
Bananas and his very own monkey.
Well,
Yeah, right.
'Cause
Every
we've been
man should
chasing-
have his own monkey.
That's right. We've been chasing for a week.
Yeah, Greg has been with me every step of the way of this monkey adventure. And I'm going to tell you, it has truly been fun.
Well, you know, it takes one to know one.
That's right. That's right.
But Greg, you can also say this of when it reaches the national news of what we know really went on, of how they twist sometimes of what happened and change it up a bit to meet their narrative. You've seen it, haven't you?
They want you to say what they want to hear.
Mm-hmm.
And if you'll give them give them an inch, they'll take a mile. If you ever say something, you know what I'm saying? I mean,
In the interviews that I did, they kept trying to say, well, law enforcement was being aggressive and not the monkeys. They kept trying to get me to say, no, they done what they had to.
Mm-hmm.
And they were told what they were told. These monkeys were bad boys. And I could hear that music in the background. Bad boys, what you gonna do?
and all the people, you know, we make light of it.
Because it's funny.
Because it is funny to an extent. But in all seriousness, what you gonna do? I mean, come on, I guess you say the bleeding hearts out there. If you think for 1 second that this thing is infected with something, and you got a problem with what these people did to protect their kids and to protect the community, I'm sorry, you're wrong. I mean, and I'll go to my grave believing that.
Yeah.
You got to do what you got to do. And if I think that monkey or any animal has got something that's going to hurt not just me and my family, but you and your family, or your kids, grandkids, whatever, you do what you got to do, people. It's a pyramid, it's a chain, and we're supposed to be at the top of it.
Whenever and Tommy, you can probably attest this, whenever there's a press release released, there's usually been an attorney behind it that wrote this stuff. And each word in there means something. And you go, I remember seeing one last week that it said had possession of. Didn't say anything about the monkey being dead. It just said someone had possession. It meant that monkey was dead. So that's just a minor example of read the fine print. Use your education there to figure out what they really mean in this press release. Am I not right on that with a lot of people?
I mean, you're 100% right, because words are abused and used however, the writer, says it. And, we're kind of trained now to be passive readers as a society.
Yeah.
And so we're just looking for headlines, and they know that. And one thing in particular that I noticed as an attorney was, because we focus in on words, right, was they said they used the term euthanize instead of just plain language. They shot them.
Right.
That was a big one. It's like euthanize. Like you have to think back. Does that mean what I think it means? Instead of just saying just plain, they shot them, and everybody knows what that means. So.
Correct. And, me and Greg were there along the way of the people that like yesterday, of the guy that shot the second monkey, of how he went and got his gun and come back. And we'll get into this in a little while, but the thing that he described to me was when he drove back up, he said, there's this guy sitting there from another county. And he said, he's trying to get the monkey in his truck to take home for a pet. And he said, that's about the time that he showed them big old teeth. He said, I told him to get out of the way.
Yeah.
These things can hurt. Who would want that as a pet?
I don't know.
But
Michael Jackson.
The thing about it,
Yeah, good point. Good point.
the guy's trying to get it in the truck, and this is just the world according to Greg.
Tell us, Greg. Let it out.
If that monkey had bit that fella,
Yeah.
he'd have turned around and sued Tulane, the monkey guy that was hauling it, the people that made Chiquita bananas, and
Yeah.
everybody else. But you was the one that was starting it. You the one that was fooling with the monkey. You
That's
know what
correct.
I'm saying? But all of a sudden, it ain't no fun no more when things go the wrong way. And they done told you, leave the monkeys alone.
That's absolutely right, and I have faith in that. We ain't even carrying bananas no more.
No, I got rid of that one I had. I was scared to death.
The big thing that happened overnight, and I brought this up during the 6 o'clock show. Donald Trump made 4 words last night that he posted to social media. So it begins. And it has. And this is what we're talking about here as we go to Fox News Post. There he is. We have toppled a political dynasty is what he's... I cannot... Zoran, maybe? Mamadani? I can't say it correctly. He was elected the mayor of New York City. That is the largest city in the world. It is humongous. He is now the leader of it. It will be a struggle from here on. And I showed a picture, and I'm not sure I can find it at this point. Let me go back. I showed it during the first show. Maybe, here it is. And it says, how Americans so soon forget. Anybody remember that?
Yep.
Nope.
I remember.
And this has not been that many years.
No.
And it was a big win for Democrats last night. Period. They won most everything. You had California. What was that bill that was called where they're going to redistrict in California? The 50-something.
Those initiatives have different numbers, and it's hard to keep track
it's
of.
50-something is what it was called, but it passed there in California. So they're going to be redistricting, probably giving 5 more Democrat seats within California. So it is a stronghold now for California to remain a Democrat state. I doubt you'll see another Ronald Reagan come forth out of there, or an Arnold Schwarzenegger. Well, his name is always hard to say. I can never say it right.
How much would it cost to get them to, what do you call it, secede?
You mean
That
as
is
in
correct. Secede.
Yeah, secede. Well, I mean,
to let them go?
why don't they just become their own country? I mean, we already got, 80% of the truck drivers that refuse to go into California? About every vehicle that's made has to be California stamp. No, it
emissions.
don't. Do you know the crap? How much easier it'd be to get a vehicle if it didn't have to go into California? I mean, come
I know
on,
what you
people.
mean.
I'm sorry, and I know there's probably some really good people out there, and they live. And I've actually been all over California at one time.
It's beautiful.
It's a beautiful place. But dude, y'all letting one little group of nuts run it for everybody. I mean. You could change things; it'd be so much easier.
Those emissions, y'all don't realize how much that adds to the price.
And
of
it
car.
messes it up for everybody. Anybody that's ever dealt with death fluid and all this other crap. No, never mind. That goes back to what, the 70s, smog control.
I remember those.
Yeah, got a 400 horsepower motor that's pulling 36 horses by the time you choke it down.
Yeah.
Dominic, what do you want to add to that?
I just, that's what he's saying is, a lot of bigger cities, and then there's these enclaves of good and decent people, and most of the people I've ever met in the Army that were from California, conservative Christian, and you wouldn't assume that because you think you have this stigma about we're from California,
right?
Just like they would think I'm a redneck or whatever, being from Mississippi. But the people that I've met in the Army have been conservative Christians from California, so there's no telling what it'd be like to live there, and then
have to abide by
your elected officials and in the bigger cities and everything is you're under that. So I think about those pockets, those enclaves of good conservative people, and say New York, for instance, imagine having to live under that.
Well, we talk about New York. One of the big things that he was going was free busing for everyone.
Yeah.
Do y'all realize how much that's going to cost? And if you start taxing businesses, and Texas has already said, you come a running, we're going to put 100% tariff on you.
That's right.
Because y'all elected it.
Yeah.
But you can't, somebody has to work to pay for everything, and that is what's being missed here by a whole generation of this.
Yeah.
Now, the predictions, what's going to happen over the next 4 years. 4 years, 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 you have large cities like this that are going to believe this way. The rest of middle America is still God-fearing people down the middle. And in the end, I think that side will win in the next 4-year race. But eventually, again, we've said this so many times, it's already written in a little book called the Bible, and that will overtake one day. And it really resonates with what I said, what Donald Trump said earlier this morning. So it begins. And it has begun. And you know, they just said, I had every hair on my arm just stand up there. It has begun. How long will it take? I don't know the answer to that, but it has begun. And all the technology that we see in America will be used against Christians at one point in time. We go back to January 6th, what they call J6, how they put out the pictures of everyone. Have you seen this person? That day is coming that they will do that to Christians. Have you seen them? Yeah. We're after them.
That's right.
It says, I think in Revelation, it talks about a statue that will learn to speak. I think that's got to do with your artificial intelligence stuff.
Robots.
And then they will call for a mark. And
you have to take, you know, it's another chip, more or less, the mark of the beast.
And
I think everybody refers to that.
When the child is born, you mark the child.
The instructions is already there. We did a lot of time. We just choose not to believe it.
And more. And what is it that I'm seeing in national news lately, to where more and more things that they put doubt into, and they're going, oh yeah, this Moses was here. We've got proof now that this did exist. I don't know if y'all been seeing this, the different things that they've discovered across the world that backs up what the Bible was. It's showing that it was true, and that America tends to turn its back on it. The hard cold truth of this is right, this is wrong. We've got problems in leaders that just don't seem to think. They don't represent their constituents nationwide, I believe. And the cities, they probably do.
Well, one thing I've always, ever since I was younger, I thought about was no one alive today that's sane does not believe in that George Washington exists, right? So that's written history. No one has ever met George Washington.
Correct.
And the Bible from the Old Testament is generations of different races and cultures that have kept up with written history that many years. So just add years, the same reason you would believe that those things factually occurred would be the same reasons you believe George Washington existed.
Correct. And Greg, remind me, because I know you know this, you paid attention in Sunday school.
Yeah.
What was it they were building to where they were trying to make it to heaven, and God put it on them to where He changed all their languages where they couldn't understand each other?
Tower of Babel.
That's it. That's it.
Babel, that's right.
And there's a reason that we all talk different.
That's right.
There's a reason that we all look different. God intended it that way. I'm not here to give you a Bible lesson. It's just, man.
But the truth's the truth. And the thing about it, I keep saying, the instructions are there. We keep on going, well, this just don't fit. This ain't working. Oh, what do we do? What do we do? Well, you've got the instruction book. It's been around, like Tommy said, for thousands of years. It all tells you how the game's going to end. I mean, we're here to watch the whole game, but you know who's going to win.
That's right. And as we mentioned about the government shutdown, now it is the longest it's ever been, and I brought this up earlier also, that this was done most likely because of the elections. They wanted to lean. Minnesota, I was looking at this when it gets into the SNAP program benefits. Since COVID, look at this number here. They're up 174% providing for people on government assistance for food in that state. Now, Mississippi's right there at it, but we gained 37% to where they gained 174. That's a heap. We'll be right back. We got a lot to talk about this morning.
We got to cheer up.
Yeah, we do. And we're going to celebrate that by telling you about some folks that, they gave their lives for what we do every day. We've got all that and more coming up in just a second. Let's face it, accidents are going to happen. If a deer jumps out in front of your car, go see my friends and professionals at Chet's Paint and Body Shop in Center Hill. Chet can help you navigate through this confusing world of insurance by providing photo estimates to insurance companies and the right to choose the body shop of your choice. From a minor scratch to a major collision, Chet has you covered. Chet offers quality repairs by trained and certified technicians with a lifetime warranty on all repairs. That's Chet's Paint and Body Shop. Philadelphia Gun and Pawn, located at 910 Posey Avenue, has tons of lawnmowers to choose from. A big selection of zero-turn lawnmowers, power washers, and even barbecue grills. Step inside the store and see their complete line of Liberty safes along with those Browning safes. A large selection of Louis Vuitton purses along with satin shirts and bead sets. and tons to choose from for the outdoorsman in your household. And always a great deal on any type of jewelry you're looking for. And a private lobby for pawns for your confidentiality. Philadelphia Gun and Pawn.
Looking for a deal you can't pass up? Right now, drive off in a quality used car for just $299 down and only $299 a month here at Johnson Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Meridian. That's right, good and reliable cars packed with features at a price you'll love. $299 down, $299 a month. Look, I'm not kidding. This is a real offer that our customers have taken advantage of for years now. Come see us today, Johnson Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Meridian.
Welcome back, your friend Scotty Ray. Man, I like that shirt.
Well, thank you very much.
Did you pick that out yourself? Or did your wife do that?
I think my wife ordered this.
Boy, she's got good taste.
Well, she does. She's been with me for 31 years.
Well, it kind of rubs off after a while, doesn't it? So what are y'all going to do for your anniversary?
I told her Waffle House, anything she wanted, either side of the menu.
You're too good.
I know. I can't help it. Pulling out all the stops.
I feel
Scattered, smothered, covered, top, chunked, and diced, if that's what she wants.
They'll bring her a Diet Coke, too,
That's
won't they?
exactly right.
Going to your favorite booth?
Yep. Back left corner.
Greg, you'll find him there most any night
That's
holding
right.
court there. Congratulations, 31 years. Did you expect it to go like this, or what were you thinking? That she was lucky? Is that the first thing that came to mind?
Did I expect we'd make it 31 years?
Yeah, 31. Did you expect that, or did you even consider
no,
that?
when I said I do, I knew it. I mean, it's over with.
She was your match.
Yep. I mean, because I took that serious.
And that's where so few people stand by that. They go into it going, well, we don't get along. You can't do that.
No. That's why it ought to be. It ought to take a year to be able to get married, and you ought to have to jump through all these hoops, and you ought to be able to get a divorce at a drive-through window.
Yep, that's what happens. I've made it 35, and you're at 31, so you made her chase you a little bit longer to hook you.
Yeah. I wouldn't slow down. I was quick, agile, like a gazelle back
She was
then.
always on a trap.
I was a gazelle with a mullet.
Yeah. We had a boo-boo last night on Highway 19 North. I'm going to show you this, and then we'll get into what we had. We had an accident last night. I don't know how I missed this. I was sitting there doing some typing, and I got the first thing that said, why is traffic backed up? And I thought, well, it's that little fire that we've got out in Collinsville. Well, it wasn't. As I took off, I had to go. As we see this Ford Ranger, this was a 3-car pileup that happened just due north of Chandler Road. If you'll see this pickup truck right up here in the corner, from my understanding, this truck was stalled. This car comes along, hits it, and then this comes along, doesn't see it, and it was a chain reaction of 3 cars that happened. As you'll see, that was a lick there.
Yes.
And I think there's the front of it where it got smashed into the back of the other vehicle. And again, she was trapped, I think, for a little while, and the emergency workers worked hard to get them out. Look at the side of that Ford Ranger. Do you see that right there? Because I asked about that. See that little piece of metal? Maybe I've got a better picture of that. Right there behind that state trooper is where that rod went in, and that's a metal rod that's in the door of the pickup truck that took it out of the door and shoved it through the back seat. I've never quite seen anything like that. Mitchell Recker on scene there taking care of things. And here's a little video of this. Sandwiched there. We're going to walk around to the other side of this. That was a sign, by the way, that he squished. But that's that metal rod right there that went through that door that I had mentioned there. Well, a horrific wreck. That's the second wreck. That the one the other night that you and I were at, we ran into the back of the trailer. Y'all be careful, and when things happen at night, it's kind of hard not to. People can't see as well.
That's right.
So that's what went down with that last night.
Slow down.
That's right. As we turn to find out about the Veterans Day Parade, this is going to be a big deal for Meridian, is it not?
It is.
Y'all all ready?
Yes, sir.
We are. The first thing is that this is historically in November Veterans Day would have been at the Doughboy Monument, and now it's at the East Mississippi Veterans Park up there by the Air Guard base.
That's a lot been done out there, and a lot of hard work behind the scenes.
It's all beautiful too.
We had a tail fin of a plane put up.
Yes, that's up. I mean, that alongside the aircraft that's up on a pedestal there. So it's just really beautiful. They're doing some more to it. There's a wall there with all kinds of activity on there, and they've got a lot more planned for it. And they're
going to need some more land, aren't we?
Oh, well, hey.
Some more real estate.
Well, there's quite a bit of real estate out there not being used. So, but it's going to be a great day. I hope to see everybody. It's going to start at 10:30 sharp, so we need everybody to show up at 10 o'clock.
So it's in the morning.
Absolutely, in the morning. It's going to be November 11th. So if we can get everybody out there, it's going to be great. We got a good guest speaker that will be there, sharp as a tack. I've known this guy a long time, and I tell you, he's got a lot to talk about. I know because he's had a heck of a career. And so anyway, getting on past that, we got the.
This is the guest speaker.
So we didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm the guest speaker.
So what's your speech on this year? Have you come up with a theme of what it's going to be out?
Yeah, veterans.
Well, duh.
No,
Get him, Greg.
7 years ago.
We're all for it.
And trying to just keep it within my generation. My grandfather, he served in the Army. My uncle, he served in the Marine Corps. And then I served in the Marine Corps and the Army, so I couldn't figure out which one was better than the other. And so my family goes, we served this country, and hopefully we'll continue doing so. And it's all, you don't get in the military. I'll tell you this, I ran away from home is what I done.
Shame on you.
I did. I ran away from home. I decided college wasn't good for me. I was at the University of Texas for a semester, and I said this was not my place. And I loved it. Don't get me wrong. Chasing the girls was even wonderful when I was 18 years old, but joining the Marine Corps was the best thing that ever happened to me. And it gave me purpose. And I think every veteran will fall back and look back in their minds, and they'll say, yeah, I got purpose when I joined the military. And you become part of something that's bigger than you. And, we talk about community, and we talk about even our states, and then we go to our nation. We worried about during elections and all this other stuff, who's going to be in office and all this other bit. But the fact of the matter is, until you've actually gotten out there, worn the uniform, and gone where they told you to go and done what you had to do, you come back home, and you are proud that you did what you had to do. And I say had to do, and that's not even correct. You did it because you joined the military, and whether you joined it to get a college degree or you joined it because you just ran away from home, either way, you became part of something that was bigger than you.
Oh, it is
Your
bigger
life
than
had meaning, and it gave you meaning. And it's God forbid anybody has to go to war. I hate it. It's not the most fun thing I've ever done, but the fact of the matter is, it's a way of life for human beings. And it's a sad thing that, why can't we all just get along? Well, in this world, we all have different agendas. We also think of different values. And that's what our problem is, being humans. But
When did you join, Tommy?
When did I join?
You joined.
Why did you join?
Why or when?
When
I joined in the fall, in 2007. I remember that. I think it was around the time of I remember seeing George Bush on TV, but I'd already made up my mind to serve. And probably as a kid, killing all the enemy soldiers in Bonita, and stuff like that when I was 9. So me and my little brother pretty much cleared them out. But when I was in high school, you showed that picture earlier. That's the people that joined around the time I did. Growing up in the 2000s in high school, that was forefront of your mind.
Correct.
So, by the time 2007 rolled around, when you contracted with the Army when you're in college, it was guaranteed you're going to deploy. And that's exactly, I commissioned it from Southern as a second lieutenant on active duty in the Army. And that's what I wanted to do, just to, start my adult life. And that's
There's a lot of people probably don't realize that you've done all of that.
And still is doing.
But at some point, after 5 years active duty, I switched to the National Guard, and then that's when I went to law school and came back home. So I'm actually still serving in the National Guard now, Army National Guard now.
So you may have to put a case on hold while you run and have to go do something.
That's right.
You might have to.
Those things do happen. Now, how do we, is it first come, first serve for seats at this? How does all this work?
Absolutely. The seats will be out there, courtesy of old Jeff Summerlin. Jeff Summerlin is the president of the East Mississippi Veterans Foundation. Him and several people got together, made that park out there, give us somewhere that we don't have to shut down traffic or anything, and give us a beautiful place with several monuments and a lot of things that remind you of what the military is. And it's a great place for us to start having the Veterans Day ceremonies and also the Memorial Day ceremonies, for that matter. And it's a good central place, and I know it's not the Doughboy, and I'm not taking away from the Doughboy. I love the Doughboy, and I think we should come up with something for the Doughboy so that we don't forget why it's there.
Correct.
And that's a big thing, and we need to move the wall, where all the names are. That was in front of the old Lauderdale County courthouse there. We need to try to move that over to the park as well. Because I'd sure hate to have to re-chisel another stone.
be a lot going on there, wouldn't
Yes,
sir. More coming up with this as we get ready for the Veterans Day. And, of course, we'll have a parade later that day. We'll tell you about that as well. More to come. Those LS tractors are rolling in to Freeman Tractor on Highway 494 in Sicalina. Keith and the gang will have a LS tractor that fits your needs, from a professional end of it, or maybe it's just deer plots that you need a tractor for. Starting at a 26 horsepower, 40 horsepower, or even larger. Don't forget to ask about that 0% financing as well. Parts, a new tractor, or a tall tale. Drop in today to Freeman Tractor, Highway 494 in Collinsville. Call them at 626-8759. That's Freeman Tractor.
Hey, welcome to Kia Meridian.
We're a family-owned business that's been serving the community for 25 years.
If you're looking for a new Kia, we have them. And if we don't, we'll find it.
No stress, no hassle, just the best deals. And right now we can get rates as low as 0%.
Shop local, get the car you want. And be a part of the Kia Meridian family.
Have you been wanting your own building, your own shed? Speak to our friends at Best Sadia Building, 601-728-1954. Now, they can custom build you a home from a barn dominium. Maybe it's a shed that you're needing, or a simple place to park your car, a garage, a camp house. Maybe you need a place to park your tractor, your motorcycle, or even that lawnmower. They can custom design whatever it is you need. Quality work, trustworthy, Best Sadia Buildings. Speak with Drew, 601-728-1954. Welcome back to friend Scotty Ray, along with, of course, Greg, as we travel along here. We do this often as we get into what happened today, and I think, do you think they'll know who Leonard was?
Leonard.
Yep.
When I think of Leonard, I think of Merle Haggard.
Leonard Skinner.
Oh, that's right, Leonard.
Leonard Skinner.
But he forgot about a friend that he knew.
Yeah.
Well, that was really music. I don't know if a lot of you know the song of Merle Haggard called Leonard.
Yep, of course.
He even brought around a bag of groceries.
Yep.
Oh, it's good stuff there. But who I'm talking about now is Leonard Sly. Do y'all know who that is? If I were to say the king of the cowboys, would that mean anything?
No, that's George Strait.
No, not quite. Not quite. He's King George, but he's not quite the king of the cowboys.
Wow.
This guy would reshape America for young little boys from their own. He would have a horse named Trigger. Every little boy wanted to ride that
Roy
horse.
Rogers.
He stood for what was right in America. We just don't have American heroes like this anymore, do we?
Every day.
He'd sing you a song and catch a bad guy all at the same time.
His name was Leonard.
Leonard, that was his birth name, and then he changed it as he got into the movies to be Roy Rogers.
Every day.
Him and Dale.
Yep.
Cincinnati, and we'll forgive him for that, crossing over that line there, being born up there.
Well, didn't they do something with Trigger?
He stuffed.
Yeah, they stuffed Trigger.
He was in the Roy Rogers Museum, and I'm not sure where all of that went after he passed away. Maybe they opened another one there. Y'all remember watching the People's Court? You remember that years ago?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Judge Waltner.
Waltner,
You remember you remember this guy here, Judge?
Well,
Every day.
looks like Gerald Wayne with a bath.
That's open air. We better say something.
If you pencil Chuck in on one side, Myers on the other,
you'd have it there, wouldn't you?
That's right. You'd have it.
His court gestures, so to speak. Back in '76, I believe it was '75 actually, is when this would all come out. I was a kid, and this would be right before we would have anything to do with Smokey and the Bandit. It was prior to that. And it would be Breaker 19.
Yeah,
Got a copy
C.W. McCall.
Yeah. C.W. McCall come out.
That load of hogs.
That's right.
Mercy sakes, mercy sakes.
That's right. That's
I'm gonna back off another 10.
Suicide Jockey and
and VW Microbus.
Yeah.
And some long-haired friends of Jesus, if you remember that part there.
Right.
This was a craze that took over America like you'd never seen.
As CB radio.
The convoy, and it was. Everybody had a CB from there on. Midland sold and sold and sold, and it's a rarity now.
Well,
people use cell phones and gadgets on their phone. They still exist. I got one on the shelf.
You've got to be able to speak English to talk on a CB.
That's true. That's true. When I traveled, I kept one in my truck because you just never know when you break down and you'd have communication to the outside world.
At least to somebody.
Yeah. Love Me True. You remember this one?
Elvis Presley.
It was 1956 that it came out. Love Me Tender. Girls went wild for it. He became a household name. It was big, to say the least there. This would be a turning point in America. We had a bunch of hippies wearing sandals that didn't want to work, and they stood around smoking dope and didn't do anything. Did I describe that pretty close?
What was that yesterday? That was at the polls in New York yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah, I forgot about that. Well, the hippies out in, 1969, it went number one there. The Ogie from Muskogee.
That's so good. Oh, that's good.
We don't wear our leather footwear still in style for manly footwear.
That's right.
We don't take our trips on LSD.
That's right.
The Mighty Merle Haggard. And that was big, and it really, truly described America where it was at that time. We had the hippies and the normal people.
Mm-hmm.
Then he come out, The Fighting Side of Me?
Yeah.
Now, that's another good one.
When you're running down our country house, you're walking on the fighting side of me.
Very few Merle Haggard songs I don't like.
And that was good. Hey, this woman was, what I'm trying to describe her.
Shapely?
Very shapely there, and she became a sensation because every Christmas you watch her. This is probably one of the better Christmas.
Dolly Parton?
Well, you're close.
Wow.
Beverly
D'Angelo.
The video camera got stolen, and she made it. That was funny. I don't care who you are.
Yes, it was.
That Cousin Eddie would become a household name out of this, truthfully, out of those movies.
That's right.
And I have never seen her in anything else, or is it just we see that more?
Well, you didn't know her really by at that time. Mm-hmm. So since then, she kind of like backed
Was it
off.
Wayne Newton that got a thing for her?
On Vegas Vacation.
Yeah, right. Wayne Newton just went nuts about it.
Yeah.
But that truly was a funny movie. We would lose one of the best there ever was today. You didn't like it?
Yeah, I did, but I'm trying to think of that song.
Which way up north?
North to Alaska. That's what I was trying to
John Wayne might have been in that.
North to Alaska.
Old Slewfoot, you remember that? Battle of New Orleans.
Battle of New Orleans.
1814, we took a little trip. And the list goes, Sink the Bismarck, the list goes on and on.
Oh, yeah.
He's the one about the old Slewfoot. He run 90 miles an hour, taking 30 feet a jump. Ain't never been seen, ain't never been caught. Some folks say he look a lot like me. You remember that?
No. And I love country music, but I'm sorry, I must have fast forwarded.
Oh, wow, that's a good one.
That wasn't country, that was folk.
And it was about a bear is what it was about. And they called him Slewfoot, and he was bad to the bone there. But we're talking about Johnny Horton.
Johnny Horton.
He ended up marrying Hank Williams' widow. And you see how it turned out for him.
Oh, my God.
No, the other one. Billie Jean.
Billie Jean.
Everybody she married died.
I can't believe I'm older than Johnny Horton.
She was bad news there. And, of course, this goes back to Merle Kilgore. You know, right before he died, he walked over. They lived next door to each other. He said, man, something happens to me. I want you to have this guitar. And of course, Kilgore doesn't think anything about it. And he goes, well, if there is something else out there, he said, you have to send me a sign that there is heaven. Yeah. And it gets really eerie after this. Yeah. And they came upon a saying that they would know that there was another side. The little drummer It was just this beats. I'd have to Google it now. But he gets a postcard 90 days after Horton dies with that saying on it. You know about this?
No, I ain't got a clue.
And it did happen there. He gets that postcard that had that inscripted on there of what they said. Now, did Johnny hire somebody to send this? Hey, if something happens to me, mail this to Kilgore. Be one last. I don't know, but he certainly got it. It makes you think. Remind me to Google that in a minute and find it.
Okay.
This was. Were you standing there in '48? I've had rhinestone suits. I've had new shiny cars. Are you sure Hank done it this way? It would be Waylon Jennings as he became a household name after Amanda, and all of this would just keep climbing for Waylon. And pretty soon you would see his face and hand. You'd see his hands
and his face.
And his face.
Not just his hands. But his song was wondering why his mama never saw his face.
Of all the songs that have been written, this one sticks out. This was during this time of the 70s of convoys. My heroes truly have always been cowboys. A cowboy represents the best of America that it has outside of one movie trying to tarnish the reputation of a cowboy. A cowboy's always done the right thing. Yeah. He wears the white hat. He rides in. He fixes it however he needs to. And you have to really think about this. Ed Bruce would write it. He'd have a number one with it, but it wouldn't become the song that it was until a guy named Waylon and Willie got a hold to it.
Waylon and Willie got it. Nobody knew it.
Mamas, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys. That was an incredible song.
Ed Bruce had a couple songs.
My First Taste of Texas.
That's the one I was trying to
Had blue eyes and golden hair.
Good music. Good music.
He was, of course he wouldn't do it now because he doesn't fit the GQ look of what country music has with the designer breeches on the the little curly
bedazzled.
Bedazzled breeches.
Bedazzled, yeah.
All my friends say. It gets worse. That is his best.
He was a backup singer back in the day now.
Way back.
We've heard it all. If we could ever have our own gong show, we would fix this American Idol thing to where we'd clean it out.
Exactly.
Just give us a chance. This would be, I ain't going to marry in the fall. I ain't going to marry in the spring. You remember this?
Yep.
Because I'm in love with a pretty little girl that wears a diamond ring. Whew! She was rich, he was poor. And he was just a country boy, and it went number one in 1977. Anybody remember that?
Yep.
The gentle giant of country music. I know way too much about this stuff from back then.
I never was a big Don Lee.
You wasn't?
Nah, he's all right.
If Hollywood don't need you, honey, I still do.
Yeah.
Golly, that was good stuff.
You're my best friend. Did you do that too?
Mm-hmm. You're my bread when I'm hungry.
Yeah.
And then, of course, he got into, Lord, I hope this day is good.
Yep.
I'm feeling empty, and come on now, give in.
Well, he had to, and I'm not knocking it because we need more of it, but he had them feel-good songs.
He did,
you know
he did.
What I'm saying? He didn't have anything country. Nobody got drunk, wrecked a truck, or nothing like that.
In America, you never did think that it wouldn't happen again.
Exactly.
The dang show fooled you.
Yeah, exactly.
This would come out of the urban cowboy era.
Yeah.
Because she wasn't country. And she never made it country. She'd have several hits, but the urban cowboy made this woman to where she'd hang around Johnny Lee, and it was, well, can I have this dance for the rest of my life?
Yeah, Anne Murray. She was a school teacher.
She was from Canada, too.
Yeah, she was from Canada. Yeah. And her big one, of course, a little good news today. Bryant Gumbel talking about the fighting in Lebanon.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of another one she had.
She had several.
Yeah.
Daydream Believer and something.
She had a good Christmas album, if I remember right.
Mr. Christmas over here.
Right.
Yeah.
The tide is high and I'm moving on. Do y'all remember that too? That's all I know of that
I
song.
remember it, but I couldn't have told you who done it.
That was back in the days of your place, right?
That was the other place.
Oh, the other place.
Well, that was your place too at Marion.
Oh, yeah, that sure was. But yeah, that was.
I had heard of it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We crossed over to hear this in 1980 as America. You heard this everywhere you went.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it wasn't that, you didn't get in elevators or anything important like that. But my, let's see here what else. This is like it's horrible, in my opinion. But there's ladies out there I know that...
Yeah, that's got like 3 copies of it. They watch it every week.
It's awful. I mean, when it comes on, it's like hours and stays on, and then they'll repeat it over and over, and you have to watch that hairdresser that, oh, y'all remember this chick flick? Runt television.
No.
Just can't get away from it. But Dolly was in it, so we'll give it a mention this morning. What was it? Is this Keaton who played this in 80?
I have no idea. I'm not. You're not gonna like it, but I'm not a fan. Never got into it.
Well,
I'm not knocking it, but I'm just not a fan.
But Batman is not realistic. The city's fake. There's nothing about it. That's why he was a Superman. You know, he kind of flew around in a normal city. But Batman was, I don't know. It didn't do much for me either.
I never got into Batman, Superman, Spider-Man. None of that.
You were more.
If I wanted to see something fly, it was Burt Reynolds in a Trans Am.
Yeah, that's right. Were you let down like I was when you went and paid that money to see Hooper and it wasn't that good?
Gator McCluskey's probably one of the best ones.
That was good.
That's right.
Did y'all ever see Gator?
Yes.
You need to go back and watch that. That 74 LTD, wasn't it about a 71?
Yeah, like a 429 Cobra.
What was that sound that it made? We were talking about this earlier.
What's his head sticking out of the sunroof?
Yeah. You can't. It was just hard to beat Gator McCluskey, and that was about the time of The Longest Yard. You know, where he went to prison and done all of that. And he had several good movies back then. Dixie WW and the Dixie Dance Hall. Jerry Reed was in that one also.
Yeah, that's right before Smokey the Bandit, I think.
And they had a 55 or 56 Chevrolet, wasn't it? That got burned? And the guy that was chasing him bought him a new one.
I can't remember.
With the oil company. It's pretty good there. Anybody remember, and being a prosecutor, you ought to know who Joey Buttafuoco is. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Joey.
I do remember that case. I mean, I was a child then, but I know exactly who you're talking about.
She just nipped it in the bud, didn't she? That's the way to say it.
You know, she nipped the bud.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Joey Buttafuoco. I can't say it correctly, but I don't think he looks like that now. I think he's changed. There was a song that floated around Nashville forever, and everybody was scared to see. You know how it is when the truth is sitting in front of you and nobody will touch it?
Yeah, there's an elephant in the room.
Yeah, because everybody's scared who to make mad. Well, this old boy walked up, grabbed it. Bob McDill wrote the song, and he said, well, I'll just go ahead and show it because I believe it. They've gone country. Nobody would touch it until Alan Jackson got it, recorded it, and he told it just like it was. Everybody's coming over to country because you're a loser in rock and roll.
That's right.
Look at them boots. He's gone country. That was good stuff. You remember this guy? I still have trouble believing he's dead because he died so early. One of the greatest stories of course, how he got started. He toured with, they signed him and he toured with Shania Twain. Neither one of them was anybody. There was a third person on that. And they toured Walmarts. They put them up in the parking lot of a Walmart and you could go see them free. It was a Walmart tour is what they called it. The record company hooked up. Two of them would make it. Shania Twain would make it, and this guy would also hit a home run with I Love This Bar. But, like him or not, you have to understand where he was. They were going to fire him because they didn't like the way he done. They didn't think he was hit. And he had a song that he had wrote called How Do You Like Me Now? And as they were firing him, he demanded to be able to buy his own music. He believed in it that much, and he bought it. And the rest is history. That was the song that took him to where he was. Have you heard the story of how he wrote the cowboy song about Miss Kitty and all that? He walks in. He was a oil rig guy.
Yeah. He worked in the oil field.
Yeah, and they go into a bar, and this guy. He said they were sitting around a table, and he said the guy had dirt all over him. They'd just gotten off work, and they were having a beer. And this girl walks in. He goes, "Man, I want to dance with her." And he said they were ribbing him hard that she wouldn't dance with him. Sure enough, he goes over and she turns him down. He said, this young kid comes in wearing a cowboy hat, walks up to her, and he goes, dance with her. He goes, dang it, I should have been a cowboy. And he goes, ding, 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 ding. And he said, I wrote that down. And he said, I was staying in a room with a guy, and he said, I couldn't play my guitar. So he said, I went in the bathroom, and he said, I sat down on the floor of the bathroom, and he said, I had my paper on the toilet, and he said, I had my arm on the thing, and he said, I sat down there and I wrote it within 15 minutes.
Yep.
Was that not a song?
Yes, sir.
We would, he had his eyes, he even made an appearance with Granny. Remember
Yeah.
Cousin Roy.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember that episode? Roy Clark would pass away. God bless him. He couldn't sing. But he could
Probably
play.
one of the most talented musicians.
Yes.
If you could have put a muzzle on him and you didn't have to hear him sing or try to sing.
It was awful.
The only thing I ever liked was Thank God and Greyhound, she's gone. When that Trailways bus took off, that Greyhound took off and that smoke bellowed out. He said,
There's been many old boy that loved that scene.
Yeah, thank God and Greyhound.
But yesterday when I was young, it was horrible.
Oh, yeah.
It was horrible.
I'd make you want to hear fingers on a chalkboard. I mean, that's just horrible.
Or listen to the cattle call. Even that's better.
That'll curdle your milk.
It sure will. It's bad stuff there. This guy was, and I don't agree with it because me or you or somebody in this room should have won this.
That's right.
2017, they named him the sexiest man alive. Nobody believes it whatsoever. Right? Yeah. Just ask your wife.
Just old red.
We'll be right back. Patrick Allen Companies has a wide selection of garage doors that will fit your style, add value to your home, and add curb appeal to your neighborhood. Patrick Allen also has top-of-the-line, energy-efficient replacement windows that will make your home look great while saving you money. We're family-owned and operated, and we take pride in our work. 5305 Highway 145 South in Meridian.
For all your garage doors and replacement windows, call Patrick Allen Companies. Safety, service, satisfaction.
Yes, yeah, sure did. Welcome back, your friend Scotty Ray, and Greg was digging for something over there. Yeah. You gonna share with us later there?
Yeah,
I got a note a few weeks ago.
Let me read it to you.
From Eric Clark, and he was telling me that a trailer had been stolen. One of the fancy
yes, sir.
That
dump trailer. And we got that mug back.
We sure did. As they had to cross, what they done was video surveillance would track this guy here. He stole it and then drove right on over to the Pearl River Resort there. They got up with the Choctaw Police and got some video coverage there. Got a tag number.
You don't think he thought he was going to need a trailer when he left the casino, do you?
That could have been it.
Yeah. Okay.
He sure thought it, though.
He was optimistic anyway, brother.
He sure was. Didn't work out so well. Here's the trailer. Look how big.
How'd that work out? Not too good.
Charles is in jail now.
He's from Alabama.
He'll be out.
Yeah, Alabama.
They ain't gonna keep him.
That's don't be stealing stuff. As I called Eric the other day about something, and the monkey thing was brought up, and he said, "Not in Neshoba County."
He said he had little signs up at the county line. No monkeys allowed.
It sure is. They turned around. They scared.
That's right.
Don't monkey around up there at all. I was riding around yesterday.
No.
As I often do, because there's usually a good chase comes out of police. Sometimes I can't keep up with the foot chase. I try when they happen there, but
take your boots off.
This lady, she told me to get a good picture of her. She said, "Make sure it's a good picture, Scotty Ray." So I'd done my best to hold the camera as steady as I did as the arrest would happen here. This was happening yesterday as they searched the car and they found some items that you shouldn't have there. And then
back up a second. The woman was getting arrested and told you to get a good picture.
Yeah. She said, "Get a good picture, Scotty Ray."
Okay.
There she is. She's doing that. And of course, if you've got an MDOC record, you can't be on probation. You can't be having a firearm and then in possession of alleged controlled substances. That really goes against you, which gets you a ride in that black car right there. Mm-hmm. And everybody at the scene was searched, and we're working on a story, and I'm not sure everybody's going to believe me, but I'll have the details in a little while. But we had an arrest in Lauderdale County out at Okeechobee last night.
I did hear. Well, yeah, okay.
Do y'all remember the Paul Davis song "Ride 'Em Cowboy"?
Yep.
Don't let him throw you down.
That's right.
She got that rocking horse right up on top of the car. It was riding a rocket horse on top of the car, blocking traffic.
I
heard that on the radio. I didn't believe it.
It happened.
But I heard it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We'll have details coming up. We've got photos. And I may have to just go ahead and request body cam footage on this one because what makes you think you can get up on top of a car and ride a rocking horse?
Controlled substances.
Usually alcohol.
You know, we were there the night that they put the horse over at.
They were just getting ready for the Veterans Day parade. That's what that was.
On top of the hill at the Mexican restaurant.
Yes.
El Norte.
Our buddies up there at El Norte, we helped them move the horse.
Yeah, and the first comment was, after a few beers, I'm going to ride that. Yeah. And that's what she decided to do, to block traffic and ride the horse on top of the car. 2 people were taken into custody, and we'll get to the bottom of that a little bit later on today. Always something that you think, no, that couldn't happen. Well, it does. We don't have details of what happened yesterday, but a serious incident. That plane went down, a UPS plane.
Well, some route to Hawaii, wasn't it?
7 people died in that, and it was horrific, the flames that come out of this. Now, as it was taking off, have y'all seen the video of that where it's taking off and the left engine was on fire? We don't know why or what, and we'll hopefully find out more about that today. It may take weeks as they have to go in.
Yeah.
That's horrible that we lost 7 people in that. But that did happen yesterday. Let's see what else is going on. Shad White has made another arrest.
No.
He did. Got his little pencil out.
That dude's just bad to the bone.
This time he got an accounting tax service. And you may deal with this kind of stuff to where people submit fraudulent information. She owned a tax service.
People will lie on their taxes?
Greg, I hate to break it to you, but...
Right here in America?
In America. You didn't think that it could happen, but it did. There it is. She's been taken downtown. Now, a lot of these cases, and you don't have to tell me this, is it a slap on the wrist a lot of times with paperwork fraud? Do you get probation and things like that, and you have to pay a fine? Is that normally what happens?
Well, it depends on how they want to charge it, and sometimes these tax agencies will charge things as a misdemeanor. Sometimes it'll be a felony, right? And it's based on different factors. But with his office, he has sworn law enforcement officers, but I think I've heard him say that they're essentially accountants who find themselves with arrest authorities like a police officer. So I think they rely a lot on using local facilities
to come in and help out.
Yes, and talking about proving it. That would take some special knowledge about forensic accounting and stuff like that. So it would take someone with a special knowledge to basically prove up the state's case in that respect.
Let me ask this, Tom. You see a lot of cases that come to the courts here in Lauderdale County. What is becoming the number one crime that you see mostly that you're seeing come through the court systems of Lauderdale County?
Well, I think recently this past year you see the automatic switches, and a lot of times the law is reactive. Which it always is, always has been. I remember, thinking about that, learning in law school. The law is hardly ever proactive. It always lags behind technology, and everything else. But specifically, this past year, have been the automatic switches for Glocks. Essentially, that turn a Glock very easily into just fully auto. So that's one concern with law enforcement across the board, is that the proliferation of those switches.
And we had a ton of them here, didn't we?
But when I say about the law being reactive, as of last year, it was on the books that makes that specifically by itself a felony that carries years. So that's the possession of that switch. So there's actually a statute that law enforcement can travel under to prosecute that specific.
Is it, and this is a question here, if somebody that's got that, what about the person that is either making those or manufacturing? Is it a higher sentence for somebody that distributes and sell those over somebody who has possession?
I would say that, and Patrick, you can weigh in on this too. So what we have, in the modern day is, Fed and state a lot of time work together.
Right.
So Meridian Police, Lauderdale County Sheriff, they have people that are in with, for instance, ATF on that. So
correct.
When you have a state charge and a federal charge, that's 2 different jurisdictions. There's not a double jeopardy issue, but in a practical sense, sometimes the feds will take it along and travel under the federal route to prosecution, and sometimes the state will take it but I think someone of that stature would probably go along through the federal side.
Serious stuff. Don't be buying anything like that off a street corner or borrowing it from anybody, because it will not. If you were to be stopped in a random check and they check your car and you've got that, it would not turn out well, would it?
I guess I'm a little behind in the times because I didn't even know what he's talking about. Switch?
Your Glock, you can make an adaptation to that gun to where it fires automatically, to where it's not, where you pull it, you touch it once and it completely.
Okay. Can I say something that's going to step on some toes?
Oh, go ahead, say it.
If you'll go out to the dirt pit or your local range and learn how to properly use this piece of equipment and how to hit what you're aiming at, you won't need 400 rounds to shoot the moon and shoot the dirt.
That's what they do, though.
Learn what you're doing. Some of these folks don't need a single shot, much less an automatic. You know what I'm saying?
And those that you see that really don't know what they're doing is when they. And I say this, you ever see anybody with a picture with a weapon turn like this?
Turn sideways?
Because they come out of the box that way and they think that that's what you do with that, and it doesn't quite work that way.
Learn what you're doing and learn to hit what you're aiming at. If not, buy a shotgun.
Good point.
I'm sorry.
Joe Biden was pushing those a few years ago. Remember that when they were on that kick, when they were trying to get rid of assault weapons, they kept pushing, get a shotgun for home.
That's the last thing they need. Some of these folks need. I'm just telling you. Be like that. What was that old movie where the mob movie where he accidentally shoots a guy through the seat of the car? I mean, they don't need no.
They don't need anything like that.
No. You go down there and let RW sight it in, you won't hit that anyway.
I was telling Greg, and I think you had seen it too. It was one of these little comedy skits that they do on TikTok or whatever it was, where the guy calls his son. He said, calls him up, and he's in another town. He goes, "Son, I'm divorcing your mama. After 50 years, I'm sick of her. I'm getting rid of her." And he goes, "I'm hanging up. Dad, don't do it." And he hangs up, and the guy calls his sister and says, "Mom and Dad, they're divorced after 50 years. And it turns back to the old guy and goes, "Yeah, they're coming home for Christmas this year, and they're going to pay their own way."
That's right.
I got a kick out of that. We'll be right back.
J&J Tire and Muffler, located at 3420 8th Street, invites you by. And if you need a front-end alignment, make sure to try their new state-of-the-art alignment machine. No matter the size of your truck and car, J&J can align it. J&J also has touch-free mounting, laser wheel balancing, and as always, they provide preventive maintenance, including CV axles, shocks, struts, brakes. They carry the Nixon tire with free roadside hazard service, along with high-tread used tires. Locally owned and operated since 1978 in Meridian. The Scotty Ray Report studio is sponsored by Environment Masters, providing hassle-free heating and cooling, plumbing and electrical services since 1957, and now serving Meridian homeowners.
Meridian's favorite barbecue is Squealer's Barbecue, named the barbecue capital for the state of Mississippi. Whether it's barbecue, wings, or burgers, Squealer's simply has the best for a family environment. Every Thursday night, there's live music out on the porch. Takeout orders are welcome, and whether it's your next tailgate or large catering event, your friends at Squealer's are there to help. Drop in for lunch today or a night out on the town. Squealer's Barbecue, the best in fine barbecue.
At Pettit Jewelers in Philadelphia, Mississippi, trust Nicole with your priceless heirloom jewelry. With generations of refined expertise, she ensures your cherished pieces are meticulously cared for. Pettit Jewelers, Philadelphia.
Welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. This is Greg. They're showing off his Carhartt there. Anniversary. Yeah, man, that's like name brand stuff.
Yes, it is. It was probably a second, because one sleeve's longer.
Just can't hide money.
That's right.
Them shirts last forever.
That's right.
I got a Resist All shirt that I know I've had 20, maybe more. It's just like brand new.
What's funny is, especially now with telephones and your memories pop up on your phone or whatever, and a memory will pop up from 12, 15 years ago, and you go, "Dang, I wore that shirt yesterday." I mean, honestly, I still got that. I mean,
adults probably hang on to clothes a lot longer. Now, I got a nephew that he considers himself a bargain hunter. On weekends, he goes to estate sales to get good deals on clothes. Will you wear a Dead Man shirt?
Yeah, I've got a closet full of them.
Okay, just making sure that.
But
some people take that as it's a ghostly thing. They don't want to wear a Dead Man shirt.
There ain't no holes in it. I'm good. But if you buy good stuff, it'll last. Carhartt, LL Bean, Duluth, it'll last. I bet I got a LL Bean shirt that's probably 25 years old.
No,
it's probably been washed 200 times.
Never shrinks.
No. Now, I have expanded some, and I have blamed it on the material and the shirt. You know, the washer's fault, the dryer's fault. But no, if you get good stuff, it'll last.
And we did that on the Scotty Ray T-shirts. The first one we made, you put it in the washer, and then I learned quickly. And so our shirts are the lot better great T-shirts now.
These companies that used to send you samples or something, or they'd want you to promote their product, and they'd send you, you'd get a 4X, and you'd wash it, it'd be a petite.
It'd be like this.
Yeah.
But our shirts are the good quality ones there, and they don't shrink either, thank goodness there.
I have some terry cloth shirts that was from the 80s, thank you. I do.
Do you?
Yes.
And ain't nothing like a good flannel shirt.
Mm-hmm.
God, just, I don't wear this one much. Somebody comment, I don't wear this one a whole lot. I like a straight colored color. Now that one impresses me. I like that one. But
I don't know.
This was an Angie Ray purchase.
I worked last night cleaning out a closet. You know, since daughter moved out, we have a little more closet space. So
you taking over?
Well, I shared 2 closets. Let my wife have 1 and a half, and I'm digging stuff out. Of course, my wife will swear up and down I got more clothes than she's got.
I don't even fit into the ball game against my wife. It's just they're in shoes. They're everywhere. Because, you know, as you mentioned, you got to have a good pair of boots. I got 2 or 3 really, really good ostrich that I keep, depending upon the occasion that you need to. And then whatever these things are you introduce me. Crocs. Man, those things are comfortable.
Yeah, that's a fat man shoe now. I like them. You ain't got. I love my boots, don't get me wrong, but I've gotten so out of proportion that they're hard to get off and on. And
you have to have somebody pull your boots off.
They don't make boots like they used to.
Right.
I mean, in the 80s and 90s, if I went and got a pair of Nakona 9B boots, no problem. I didn't even have to try them on. You could have shipped them from anywhere in the world.
Correct.
They'd have fit. And nowadays, you go try on a pair of boots, and in one brand you wear a 7.5, and in one brand you wear a D width.
Yeah.
And nothing is universal anymore.
That's correct.
So
that got into ladies, I think, how it all started there, to where they were actually a 6.
Yeah.
And they would put that size at smaller to make it
so
give
they
that
would
illusion.
feel better. And that's
right.
like them triple X shirts. They had a medium petite on them triple X shirts. If that makes you feel good, sew a tag and it says small. Just
Tommy,
tell
you're
the
kind
truth.
of hooked with the suit look. That's kind of like what you got to wear with what
That's
you do.
his uniform.
Basically, that's your uniform, and I started to learn that when I was in law school because
your attorney's supposed to look.
Well, I mean, there were times where they made you, and it's just kind of like getting you into the use of that's the life you find yourself in. But nowadays, the only you're even seeing the only people that I see wearing suits anymore are attorneys or maybe men who own a clothing store. But I'm even seeing preachers that aren't wearing suits because it was just lawyers, preachers, and bankers, and now you're pretty much almost exclusively lawyers. But I remember as a kid in the 90s, it seemed like all the men would wear a suit to church.
Yep.
And women would wear the formal dress. So that's in my memory. But so, at some point, that faded out. And then especially after COVID, any amount of the formality has faded out probably.
And let me ask this so people, in case they ever need you. I've used you once or twice. What do you do as an attorney for somebody that's watching? If they were to need an attorney, what all do you do?
Heavy wills and estates practice.
And that's an important one to have that will, because it's a fight if someone were to pass away and there's not one, right?
It can be very chaotic. Just not having a plan is no plan at all. Like in whether it's estate planning or anything else we do in life.
So take care of that. It doesn't take long to come down and sit down with you.
It's so much easier to have that done. It's quick, like you said, painless and relatively inexpensive. And then you got it in your safe. You got it in your safety deposit box. And then when that cousin that you hadn't seen in 40 years shows up in that 73 Gremlin swearing was your favorite relative, you can just pull out the little blue envelope and say, no, Tommy Horn said that ain't going to happen.
There you go.
And you're covered.
What else do you do down there?
Well, that's private practice, you know. But are you asking just in what I do?
You know, if you're watching, you go, well, I need an attorney to handle this. What type of cases and things do you work on to help?
Well, you know, that's one thing is historically, you know, I'm a rural, you know, solo practitioner, and so historically, those kind of lawyers, which is a majority of them, except for the big firms in Jackson, that kind of thing, just did everything that came in. You know,
whatever it is,
historically. And most of the lawyers I learned from were like that, and in their day it was like that. But just like in the medical field, it seems to me now that the law has gotten so large and more complex that, and bigger and bigger and bigger, that you see lawyers more specializing now. So I would say I'm hyper specialized on, you know, wills and estate planning, and then when someone dies, you know, we probate their estate and that sort of thing, and then get their land settled. All those things travel. You know, I set up LLCs for families. You know, that's an estate planning device,
right.
and just for businesses that someone wanting to start up a business, that sort of thing. So all those things kind of travel together. There are other lawyers who kind of specialize in family and criminal. They kind of travel together. Obviously, as a Lauderdale County prosecutor, I'm prohibited by statute from doing any kind of criminal defense in Lauderdale County, which I actually kind of enjoy that aspect.
You can stay away from it.
But, you know, actually, and that's nothing. We need those because without, you know, defense attorneys, the Constitution wouldn't really exist.
That's right.
That's right.
And, you know, one of my next assignments as a JAG officer, I believe, will be as essentially as a public defender in the military, because they have special attorneys designated for that. So it'll kind of expand.
Kind of like that TV show, Greg. JAG.
But, you know, it kind of, you know, you never want to get, mentally you want to keep your mind like a rubber band and expanding and contracting, because if you get into a scenario where you just want to do, you know, we're all creatures of habit, where you just do the same thing over and over, that's not good that doesn't make you a stronger attorney, you know what I mean, or stronger anything. So, you know, every once in a while there is a challenge, and we work through it.
If you've got any type of issue, just call Tommy and say, this is my problem, could you help me with it? And if
he can't, he can put you in the right direction to who can.
That's right.
And we have a really good bar here in Lauderdale County. Some bars in other counties, comparable size or smaller or more, the lawyers really don't like each other, you know. So historically in Lauderdale County, the bar has been very good in that way, so that it's easy to get somebody to the right person, as opposed to
everybody hating each other
and just not
running each other down.
Don't help the guy across the street. Yeah.
Okay. And that's what it's about. Hey, don't forget this coming up Friday. We're going to do the announcements. Don't let me forget. 7:15. We're going to list who all has won in our varsity awards. They've cast the ballots. We've got them all added up, and it's ready to be put out. We'll do that Friday morning at 7:15. We'll be right back with birthdays and more, and tell you a recap of all the festivities coming up with the veterans. That's next.
As the seasons change, so do your clothes. And Garrett Sports Center on 8th Street has exactly what you need. Habo shirts, long and short sleeve. Also Hulk shirts. And America's favorite brand, Carhartt. Whether you need work pants or slacks for church. And nothing lasts like a pair of Carhartt overalls. Maybe it's a set of boots that you need to keep you dry in those wet conditions. And as hunting season rolls in, they have all the camouflage you need and toboggans to boot. Garrett Sports Center, 3505 8th Street.
Welcome back. Hey, we left somebody out that's got to wear a suit.
Funeral home.
That's it. I forgot about them.
Correct.
Pretty popular there to wear those things.
I've always said, don't bury me in a suit.
No, because if you don't wear it every day, why do that?
Exactly.
I won't be buried in a suit.
I really won't know, but, you know.
That's what you're asking for.
Yeah, I don't want to be buried in no suit.
God bless those guys. That's not the profession that I want to do in life. There's something for everybody. Like Stella. Like, I am not jealous of Stella's job. I do not want her job.
Nope.
You have to deal with some situations from time to time.
That's right. But hey, thank God for people that can do that, and because somebody's got to do, like old saying, somebody's got to do it.
They do. Hey, I want to say a big thank you to Dreams Come True. They asked me to come by and speak to the kids this week. We dropped by and met with them and talked with them, and they were all over it there. And I'm telling you, the kids are just something else. They had a great time, and thank you for inviting me out to speak with y'all this week there. We wanted to put this out as we're talking about Veterans Day. The City of Meridian's work session, originally scheduled for Tuesday, has been rescheduled for Monday because of Veterans Day. So don't show up; you'll be the only one there. And usually we got banks and everything that usually shut down for this holiday. Mm-hmm. Make sure that we've got all of that. Now, give us a rundown again of who, what, and when.
So it's this Tuesday, November 11th, 10:30 a.m. Will be when it starts. So we invite everybody to come at 10. And it's not at the Doughboy Monument this year. It's at the East Mississippi Veterans Park. And that is, for GPS purposes, 5955 M Street, which is essentially Highway 11 South, like you're going to the airport / National Guard base. So that's Tuesday, November the 11th at 10 a.m. this Tuesday.
All right, and do you know what time the Veterans Day Parade will kick off that afternoon?
Veterans Day Parade, they'll begin lining up at 4 o'clock on 25th Avenue, 9th Street. It'll kick off at 5 o'clock, so bring your jackets. It's going to start getting a little chilly because right about 5:15, 5:20, the sun's going to be hitting the ground.
Yeah.
So it's going to be cool.
Keep that in mind.
That's going to be Monday?
No, Tuesday, Veterans Day, November 11th.
Veterans Day, okay.
And so it's going to be a little chilly, so be prepared.
All right. Tommy, we left off anything dealing with this that needed to be put
Anyone
out?
that wants to get in on the parade needs to contact Richard Nelson. What's the email on that?
Richard Nelson 5425 at hotmail.com, and we have a we have the form that's we can get to you. You reach out to me or Patrick Kirby. We'll just get it to them. So
and we'd love to have you. The more, the merrier.
They're doing a recall on this. If you've got some of this sitting in your freezer, they're doing a recall on this. That's that Haagen-Dazs. I can't pronounce that word very well because it's not Mississippian language, but they're calling it back due to possibility it may have contained undeclared allergen wheat. Whatever that might be there, they want it back.
Boy.
I ain't going to eat it to find out.
I did get up about midnight and have a Klondike bar.
You kidding?
No, I did not.
You just had the urge?
I just got to thinking about how lonely they were in their fridge. I went and warmed one up.
Good stuff, huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Got a lot going on this week. A lot going on this weekend. We'll be talking more about that as the week progresses. Got the mistletoe at North Crest?
Yeah.
Got one at Sebastopol's.
Yes.
They're going to do their Christmas market. Got all kind of stuff happening.
So if you can attend, it's a lot of local folks that take part of this, make all this stuff happen. That's a little bit of
I love what somebody said, and I don't remember who. Y'all may all remember, but said those people, I think it was Wayne yesterday, talking about how we used to say there's nothing to do in Meridian, there's nothing to do in Lauderdale. Yeah, there is. You just got to look around a little bit, people. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on. And go to these smaller communities on the outlet. Like last week, I think had Hickory Picking.
Yeah.
This week, you're at Sebastopol. There's all kind of little festivals and stuff that's good people. And keep your money local. You're trading with them. It's stimulating the economy. And on top of that, it spreads a little holiday cheer.
It does.
And it's going to be here before you know. So what somebody post, 50 days till Christmas?
Well, we got December the 2nd. We're less than a month of that. We're going to have the Christmas tree lighting downtown.
That's right.
December 2nd.
You've got a float to build.
We got a black Chevrolet we can ride in, and it'd be easier.
I told you we're going to build a sleigh and put on that frame.
This is probably one of the best things. Airplanes, when they commence to going down, they usually ain't a good thing there. Family, and I suggest buying one of these rocket-powered parachute on the bottom of the plane in case it has an issue. Save their life.
Do what now?
It has a parachute on the plane itself that makes the plane float down. Rocket powered, and it glided to a safe landing.
Wow. No joke.
Yeah.
I'd rather just have a parachute.
Well, I ain't jumping out unless I had no...
Well, if that joker's in the park itself, I'm getting out.
Have you ever been in one that had severe turbulence?
Yes.
You get disoriented quickly.
I just can't believe you'd get in an airplane. Anybody that has trouble on the elevator,
man, there's nothing to
and hugs the wall at the 3 foot.
Like I said, the only time I've ever been scared in an airplane is when we took off and we reached 10,000 feet, and it was a new airplane. The old boy flying it reached over there with me. He goes, light was just kept on ding, 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 ding. He goes, hey, Scotty Ray. I said, yeah. He said, reach over underneath your feet and hand me that book. And he whoops out this book and he starts going through there trying to go, well, that ain't good. And I thought, oh.
Just ease off here to the right and we'll check it out. Pop the old bonnet and we'll look at it.
And even a helicopter. And you can really see out a helicopter.
Oh, yeah.
It's glass everywhere.
Yeah, you can see where you think it hit.
Yeah. But that was fun. I enjoyed that. So if you ever get a chance riding a helicopter.
But riding in a helicopter, you'll ride in a helicopter, but when we got off the elevator at the rooftop of the 3 foot, there was actual fingernail marks where you hung to the wall.
It scared me to death.
But you'll get in a helicopter, that make...
Man, because you can fall over the edge.
You a psychiatrist's dream.
Well, they would like.
Well, you're strapped into a helicopter.
Yeah, you kind of, and you got the doors closed. Okay. But on that building, you could fall, like that person at that hockey game last week fell over the edge.
Okay.
Wind, but see, I can't walk a straight line. I have.
I can't either. Vertigo.
Yeah. Like if I were to ever be checked for a DUI, I would be like this.
Yeah, I'll just go ahead and get in the car. I can't walk a foot long. I mean, honestly, we'd be cruising timber. I get to the creek, I might well just jump in, wade across, and go off, because I can't walk a foot long.
I'm with you on that. I'll fall off.
Yeah, exactly. God.
Yeah,
we got birthdays.
Yeah, who we got?
We got let's have spectacles. You know what I'm saying? I got some here.
Who we got having a birthday?
Miss Barbara Hale. We've got Carolyn McGee. We got Stacy and Alan Little anniversary. We got Miss Helen Raniger, 105 years old. And Courtney Yates. And again, happy anniversary to my sweet wife. 31 years.
She is one blessed woman, is all we can say.
She has no idea how lucky she is.
I bet she's sitting there working giddy right now.
I remind her every day of how lucky she is.
And that's a chore.
You think she'll send you roses today?
Hey, she's going to throw something at me, I'm sure. It'll be that vase.
Tell me how long you been married?
Since 2019.
Yeah, boy.
Why don't you just put the man on the spot?
Well, it's 6 years.
Okay.
I've done the arithmetic now.
Okay.
We all own it. Patrick, we're pulling for you over there. We know who runs that household.
But we want to wish everyone a happy birthday, happy anniversary. Get out today, smile at somebody, shake somebody's hand, be nice, get all your ducks in a row so you can go to the Veterans Parade next week.
And we want to do a big thank you to our studio sponsor. Boy, they do so much for us every day, and we can't thank them enough. Environment Masters, you've got some issues going on with
Right. And I can tell you now, according to the Futurecast, it's supposed to be, and this is Greg's forecast.
Okay.
I say it ain't going to get out of the 40s Monday. They say in the high 50, 52 with a 15-mile-an-hour north wind.
Ooh.
If your heater has got any issues, now is the time to call Environment Masters, because they'll be there and they'll take care of it and they'll get your heat to heating and all that fixed. You better get them they said, what, 25 for the low Monday night, I believe?
Gonna be nippy.
That's cold. Your pipes will freeze. If you got plumbing issues, whatever, call Environment Masters. And if you got that plug in that ain't working just right, let's don't burn your house down.
Oh, yeah.
They do electrical work too. Remember those space heaters? Be careful with any of that. Why use them space heaters? You can call them. That come put you in some central.
That's nice stuff there. Because when we first got married, our house didn't have it because it was an older home.
Had a gas heater.
Yes, sir. That's all we had.
Ooh, you could back up to it, but it was a long ways from the bathroom and the bedroom.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Could keep it warm, could it? Speaking of Friday, we're going to have some severe weather rolling in on Friday, and let's show this to you as we pull this up. We're going to have a level 1 in the Meridian area as we look at this down to almost Shibuya. Now we'll go west over to about Forest there to have some severe weather. Back east into Bama, Uniontown, all the way over to nearly Columbus, Georgia, LaGrange, and those areas. Now as we go northward here, we're going to get into some of this in Mississippi, where Belmont, Iuka, Mississippi is going to be a level 2. Now this is still a couple of days out. This could move south, and we have a level 2 here. Again, we're going to watch this weather.
Usually
what happens. Murfreesboro, Tennessee, y'all be ready. Y'all going to have some storms moving. Tornadic activity can't be ruled out at this point. Not saying that it will happen, but we're moving into the second leg of tornado season for the year.
You always remember, I mean, historically or hysterically, whatever y'all want to say, we have a bad batch of weather, usually around the middle of November to the first week of December. I remember we've had multiple cases of tornadoes in the area. That's what we call second summer, I think. Anyhow. So it's going to be 25 and 50 first of next week, and it'll be back to 75 by the end of the week. So if you don't like the weather, hang on. It'll change.
I was sitting here looking at 28 is forecasted for Monday night.
With what's the wind?
Let's see here.
North.
We've got, they're not even predicting the wind. It is heavy, but it's going to be rough there. We got it on Sunday at 20 miles an hour, but you're right.
See, that's what gives me 55, 58 degrees with a 20-mile-an-hour wind is cold.
It is.
45 degrees with no wind is bearable, but if you got a 20-mile-an-hour wind, you may want to put your bonnet on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And again, we're a few days out for this. It's going to adjust, but it's going to be cold, very cold. Your pipes. Make sure you get your stuff wrapped up.
Covered up. And now it's called bounce right back. I think we're in the 70s, mid-70s by the end of that week. But now's the time to get out. If you've ever wrapped a faucet at the middle of the night with your flashlight holding it in your mouth and trying to find an old pair of drawers or something to put on a faucet, go ahead and do it now.
Yeah.
It's a whole lot easier.
It sure is there. And we're going to do some showers coming up after that week as well there. We want to thank y'all for coming in and telling us all about Veterans Day. We do appreciate that, what it does for us.
We appreciate y'all having us.
We appreciate our veterans. If it wasn't for the men and women that have gone on and served, and those that are currently serving, thank y'all.
Yes, sir, Reed.
Yeah, them folks, in Mike Gregg's opinion, them folks made some mistakes yesterday in politics, but you know what? Somebody gave their life so they'd have a choice.
Correct.
If they won't be stupid, that's their choice.
that's
but
it's
their freedom that we enjoy. And it wasn't free. That's what gets me. It's not free that you're free.
Correct, though. We want to remind you as we close the show that keep a little Jesus in your heart. Be a little kinder to someone. It goes a long, long way.
Need him now more than ever. And it's a personal relationship between you and your Lord and Savior. And that's all you got to have.
Remember, as long as there's a little life left in your body and you ask for forgiveness, he will. And that's the way to eternity.
Because that other fella said I could go with him. Ain't that what they said on that cross?
That's right.
That's right.
Keep it safe. We'll be back tomorrow morning. Thank y'all for being a part of what we do every day and inviting us into your homes, your businesses, wherever you are. Thank you. God bless you. We'll see you in the morning. Wrong button there, Greg. Let me hit the right button.